Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see you all again. I had a few moments with you on Wednesday, so I want to go home. Well, I'm honored that I've been asked to speak, and thank you to Lisa Carrico. She's my liaison. I serve on the Department of Energy Savannah Riverside Citizens Advisory Board. And what is that? Well, the Department of Energy knows that the community in which we live is important. And when we hear the word nuclear, some people get uncomfortable. I'm sure you've been learning about that and hearing a lot about that these last few days. Well, the Department of Energy wants to know what the community is thinking, what we're believing, what we're understanding, what we're reading in the news, what we're hearing on TV. How are we disseminating that? How are we hearing that? So the Department of Energy reaches out to the community at large, and we're not just talking about Aiken and Augusta. We're talking about the entire area that Savannah Riverside affects. You'll hear upriver, downriver. Well, downriver, I know we have some people here from Savannah. You're considered downriver. But the entire area that Savannah Riverside covers, the Department of Energy wants to hear from citizens and wants to know what's going on. Now, I'm a financial advisor. I help people with their money and I help people invest their money. Why would I take time away from my career to spend 2 days a month, minimum? 2 days a month, minimum, going to Department of Energy CAB meetings, we call them CAB, Citizens Advisory Board. Why would I spend 2 days a month doing that? Why would I go into a meeting with 20 to 40 people and discuss issues that affect all of us with people that may completely disagree with me, or I may completely disagree with them, and we may see things completely oppositely. Oppositely, is that a word? Y'all are in college. Is oppositely a word? Why would I do that? Why would somebody who disagrees with me come and listen to this blowhard talk about why I think the way I think? Because we care. Because we care. The Savannah Riverside Citizens Advisory Board, what we do is we make recommendations to the Department of Energy. Recommendations. But we make recommendations to the Department of Energy on what we believe they need to do to better serve the community, better protect the community, and better just educate us. Because, as I heard, I think it was Leslie Price, she said there's a whole language to the site, to Savannah Riverside, that if you don't know that language, you're lost. If you go on the site and you start hearing about SNF, and does anyone know what SNF is? What is it? Spent nuclear fuel. But my industry is skilled nursing facilities. So I need to know what SNF means to engineers out at the site. So what we get to do, we get to hear a lot of experts. One of the experts, and I don't know if I should call her by name, but I'm going to because she impresses me knowing, is Maxine Maxted. She is a scientist of high caliber. She's published. She's well known, and she is in charge of L area. And she comes and she speaks to us about the most technical nuclear environmental management waste issues, and she says it in a way that even this guy can understand. That we get to sit back and we get to hear, and then we get this information, and then we can come back, we can come here and we can talk to you. We can talk to our friends on the street. We can talk to our other social clubs. I'm a member of Rotary. I'm a member of the Chamber of Commerce. I'm a member of a couple other clubs. I'm very active in my church. So people can ask me what's going on in Savannah Riverside, and I can talk to them. Now, give you a little bit of background history on me. I moved to this CSRA, the Central Savannah River area, in 2001. I heard of the Savannah River site through education, through Cold War, through what the people called it the bomb plant. I learned a lot. I learned a little bit about it when I moved here, but I knew relatively nothing. But I met my wife in 2002, and my wife retired from Savannah River site. My wife's uncle retired from Savannah River site, and I have many friends that are still employed at Savannah River site and hope to retire from Savannah River site. Savannah River site is a huge part of my family. I know what Savannah River site has meant to the CSRA. I know what it's meant to many families. Right now, there are approximately, and please don't hold me to it, you may have heard the exact number, 9,000 to 10,000 people employed out at Savannah River site. At its height, it was almost to 25,000 people. The economy is a popular conversation, especially in the country today. We're in the midst of a presidential election. We hear a lot about the economy. Well, Savannah River site is a major component of the CSRA's economy. Some would say it is the biggest component. I'm not going to argue. I would agree with that. We talk about nuclear. We talk about policy. We talk about procedure. We talk about politics. But there's 10,000 people out there and that living and working every day on Savannah River site. There are 10,000 families that are directly affected by the Savannah River site by employment. There are tens of thousands of families that are affected by the Savannah River site in this community that are part vendors and that they live here and they supply the Savannah River site. The Savannah River site is an integral part of my community, and I care about it. And I care about the people that work there. And I care about my community. I can do a lot of things with my time. 2 days a week, 2 days a month minimum is quite a bit of my time. It's time away from my business, it's time away from my family, it's time away from my work, it's time away from my church, it's time away from my pleasure. But it's important. You know, I don't want to misquote, but as I was driving over here today, I was thinking about what I was going to say today and a little bit more, and I was reflecting on what happened in Nice, France last night, and God be with those families and those people. But over 100 years ago, Sir Edmund Burke said the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil was that good men should do nothing. And women. But he didn't say women, I added that. Care. It seems like all we want to do today is what TV tells us and the internet tells us is all we want to do is complain. All we want to do is say these people are wrong or these people are right. Care. Get involved. I don't know if the Savannah River Site Citizens Advisory Board is right for you. I don't. It's right for me. But I volunteer here because I care. And I serve here because I care. And here we have Delisa, and I care about her. And we have James in the back, and I care about him. These are two people that I work with on a continual basis with the CAB that help me understand. And in doing so, I can help people in the community understand. I'm not here to tell you how I feel about German spent nuclear fuel. That's not the point today. That's a hot button issue that if you pay attention in the news and you may see some things about the CAB, you'll hear that being spoken about. I'm not going to tell you how I feel about it today. It's not the point. Because there are people on the CAB that have strong opinions opposite of mine, and they argue passionately opposite of mine. And I argue passionately against them. And do I dislike them? No. Do they dislike me? I hope not. But the nice thing, the best thing that we have in common is vehemently opposed to what they say is what I am. We both care. Well, it's more than just one or two people, but we all care. And we listen to one another. and we make recommendations, and we hear what the Department of Energy has to say, because they'll answer us. And they'll say, well, thank you for this input. This is the reason we can't do that. This is the reason we can do this. This is the reason we'll think about this. They give us answers. And then we can go back to our communities and say, yes, we're doing something. So, as I leave you today, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, just care. Just care. And if you say you don't care about nuclear environmental management cleanup, that's fine. Find something else that you care about. I hope you do care about it, because environmental management is not going anywhere soon. So it's going to be here after me, and I am teaching my son to care. I thank you for the opportunity to come, and thank you very much.
Thank you.